Followed by the national anthem, sung by Jav L. Payton, founding director of Jav L. Payton and the Voices.
Good evening. As we bow, Almighty Father, we come on this evening, on tonight. We come with our hearts deeply, oh God, giving thanks unto you, the one who have given us all. You've given us gifts, oh God, life, and you have given us liberty. Father, we come to say thank you, oh God, for an opportunity to come in this capacity, oh God, as we, oh God, tread upon a transition, oh God, here in this town. We ask, oh God, for your grace, your mercy, to be with, oh God, the administration, oh God, that will be coming in. Father God, that they may lead, oh God, according to your will. We are praying, oh God, that you will continue to bless this town of Spring Lake, every resident, oh God, and constituents. We ask your choicest blessings to be upon this town. We ask for your divine favor, oh God, to be with, oh God, the administrators, oh God, and also the Board of Aldermen, God, and the entire council. We ask, oh God, that as the government is upon thy shoulders, oh Lord, we pray, oh God, that you will keep them, oh God, and let them rule with integrity, oh God. Let them, oh God, live with compassion one for another as we, oh God, as a community, uplift and uphold our leaders, and likewise, oh God, that they will lead. We ask, oh God, this in your Son Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Amen.
Lift every voice and sing till the heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glad, the bombs bursting in a gay proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Denise Payton and son Jared are natives of Spring Lake. They are natives of the town of Spring Lake. Thank you all. Thank you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure in honoring the outgoing board members. And once we recognize you, we take the plaque and your name plate and exit stage left. Presented in sincere appreciation to James P. O'Gara for your dedication and leadership to the town of Spring Lake and its citizens as alderman for 18 years.
That was 20 years.
We will make that correction.
You know,
Presented in sincere appreciation to Frederica Sutherland for your dedication and leadership to the town of Spring Lake and its citizens as alderwoman for 16 years.
everyone.
Presented in sincere appreciation to Jackie Jackson for your dedication and leadership to the town of Spring Lake and its citizens as Alderwoman for 4 years. This is presented in sincere appreciation to Moore Aziz in his absence for his dedication and leadership to the town of Spring Lake and its citizens as Mayor Pro Tem for 2 years. Alderwoman Cooper, as you know, was be elected as an incumbent. So at some point in time, she will be honored. But not tonight.
He wants that edited. Yeah.
Let me gather up my things too. At this time, we shall call forward Mayor Kia Anthony, and the Honorable Senator Kirk Davis.
Yeah, I got yours too.
So good evening. I know y'all are waiting. Good evening. So I'm going to take a point of personal privilege if I can before I get started. This is a big night for a lot of people, and before I go too far, I do want to recognize, I'm not going to recognize every state official, I'm going to recognize every elected official. I'm going to recognize my colleagues that are in the state senate and state house with me. Got Senator Marvin Lucas. Representative Charles Graham is here with us as well. So this is a great crowd, and it truly is a symbol of the confidence that this town has moving forward and the new leadership that's moving forward. So thank you all for everyone coming out. It means a lot when you get sworn in to have the town come out and the community come out. So Kia, a businesswoman, a veteran, a mom, a community servant, somebody that I met several years ago across this county just doing work. Not asking for any glory, just getting in there and doing the work. And I'll tell you that that's the kind of person that I want to be around. And she called me and she said, I think the mayor of Spring Lake is not going to run again, and I think I want to run. Can we talk? And I said, let's not talk, let's get you ready to run. So I am extremely proud to have stood with her during her campaign from day one, and I'm extremely proud to stand up here tonight and swear in this amazing woman that is going to lead this town to heights that it has not seen, because we truly are at a transformational time in this town and in this community, and she's going to be one of the ones that leads us to it. So let's swear her in. All right, you ready? All right, raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm.
Do solemnly affirm.
That I will support and maintain.
That I will support and maintain.
The Constitution and laws.
The Constitution and laws.
Of the United States.
Of the United States.
And the Constitution.
And the Constitution.
And laws of North Carolina.
And laws of North Carolina.
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as mayor.
as mayor.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Sam.
She's right there, right in the middle. Oh,
It is both a privilege and an honor for me to stand here at the end of 4 years as mayor and 2 years before that as mayor pro tem. I am indeed happy to turn the gavel over and also the seat to Kia Anthony. I would like nothing more than the pleasure of putting you to your seat and handing you the keys to the crown and the gavel. Temporary.
oh, the temporary gavel. Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to do this part too. We will now administer the oath for Alderwoman Robin Chapman by
No. Yeah, because they're supposed to do that in the meeting. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which one's Robin? Which one on the left? Okay.
Robin Chadwick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and maintain
and maintain
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and
and
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws
and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent with,
not inconsistent with,
and that
I will faithfully
discharge
discharge
the duties
the duties
of my office
of my office
as Board of Aldermen,
as Board of Aldermen.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Say you are too loud. The video's too loud.
Good job, Robin. Good job.
Unless I guess we can borrow her.
I need to bring that on mama.
Borrow that Bible.
Does she have the names? I just read her list. She said I don't have the names. The people said she got to go out and help her.
The oats?
The oats, I mean,
Did she got the oats?
no. Marvin Lucas, the next three is his.
We'll now have the swearing in of Alderwoman Sonia Cooper by Honorable Marvin Lucas.
That's awesome. We borrow the Bible.
And then put your
We borrow the Bible. Mom, let's come back.
She said I'm talking about you. We're talking too loud. We are talking too loud. Yeah, she must hear us.
With permission of newly elected Mayor Anthony, I'd like to do a moment of privilege, if I may. I think we should recognize those who are leaving office. Amen. Because it is a challenge working with the public. Mayor Dobbins has been very instrumental in working with the public for many, many years. As a school leader, as a public servant in the town of Spring Lake, and as a youngster in Cumberland County. I had the privilege of knowing him as he grew up. And so, Mayor Dobbins, we salute you for your service. Alderman James O'Gara. I've known him for many, many years as a friend, as a church person, as a civic leader, and as a person who will continue to work throughout his life. He won't stop. He said he was leaving, but he will not stop. I know it too well. Congratulations, Mr. O'Gara, for your service. All the ladies, Frederica Sutherland. I've known her for a number of years on the board. I've had the privilege of working with her around town, and I've had the privilege of working with her in church activities. She's a minister of the gospel, and she will not stop her service. Thank you, all the ladies, for the work that you've done. Older lady Jackie Jackson. I've known her since she was a child. Had the privilege of working with her parents, especially her dad, who worked on the town police force for a number of years. I've watched her mature into a very responsible adult. She will not stop either. Congratulations, Aldermen. Tamar Aziz, in his absence, I've known him for a number of years. He will continue to provide excellent service for the state of North Carolina in his attorney role. He will still be a part of Spring Lake. His mother has performed many medical services here in the town, and so he will not be leaving the town because he'll be here vicariously, continuously. Thank you, Alderman Aziz. And now for the business at hand, the task that I was requested to do. I do apologize for that. But again, I would like to recognize again my colleagues in the General Assembly. It's a real privilege to have those who come to Spring Lake and share with us their expertise and lend their presence here tonight. I especially want to thank my colleague Charles Graham, who sits right behind me in Raleigh. And we've been friends for a number of years, and we've worked closely together. Charles, Godspeed to you. Now, Mayor, may I want to do you would raise your right hand, put your left hand in the Bible. I state your name.
I, Sonia Cooper,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of my office as Board of Aldermen.
of my office as Board of Aldermen.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Well, she sat in 2 chairs.
Would my neighbor, Ronald Velocity, has come forward, please? I state your name, please.
I, Raul Palacios,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of my office as Board of Aldermen.
in my office as Board of Aldermen.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Adrian Jones Thompson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Board of Aldermen,
as Board of Aldermen,
so help me God.
so help me God.
This may be a bit out of order, but the mayor's given me permission to say this. You know, when you're as old as I am, you do whatever you want to do. I mentioned the outgoing board and the challenges that they incurred. I'd like to now challenge the new board briefly, because Mayor, I know that you're going to do that. But it's not easy serving the public. The greatest accolades that you're going to get probably occurring right now, tonight. The work starts from here on. And I can say this because I'm very fortunate enough to know each of the new board members. There's one who has not been sworn in yet, and I've met her. I helped rear her with her dad as we hunted through the woods. So she's gonna, it's Chadwick that's gonna have to do well because I knew her dad very well. We worked in the woods too. We spent a lot of time in the woods learning how to do things right. So I just had to add, Mr. Pelosius is my neighbor. 2 doors down, he has to do well, or I'll come down. And I have another neighbor, the mayor's my neighbor also. She has to do well. She's right down the street. I know how to go get her too. I'm Danny to all of them. So thank you.
Swearing in of Alderman Marvin Lackman by Eric Nielsen, North Carolina Notary Public.
I, Marvin Lackman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Board of Aldermen.
as Board of Aldermen,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
like to nominate Robin Chadwick for Mayor Pro Tem.
I'd like to second that motion for Robin Chadwick, Mayor Pro Tem.
Is there any discussion on Robin Chadwick being nominated for Mayor Pro Tem? All in favor by the sign of aye? Aye. Any opposed? It is a unanimous decision to nominate for Robin Chadwick to be the Mayor Pro Tem. I will now administer the oath of office to Mayor Pro Tem Robin Chadwick.
Come on, baby.
I love you so much. You're so sweet. I, Robin Chadwick,
I, Robin Chadwick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States
that I will support and maintain the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
say it again, and the Constitution and the laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Mayor Pro Tem.
as Mayor Pro Tem.
So help me God.
So help me God.
We will now have remarks from the Board of Aldermen. We'll start with Mark.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. First, I'd like to thank my wife, Janine, for walking along this journey with me. To my son, Jansen Lackman, who's in England right now. Hi, Jansen. I know you're still up right now. To my supporters, Alderwoman Sutherland, Alderwoman Cooper, Jamie McLaughlin. Hold on, I'm missing one. Fire Chief Williams, Jason Williams. And the others that have seen the love I have for Spring Lake and supported me along this journey to run for Alderman. On November 2nd, you, the voters, turned out and you spoke loudly on who that you wanted. So today, we sit before you here, ready to go to work, because Spring Lake matters.
Good evening. First off, I would like to thank God, because if it was not for God, none of this would be possible. Definitely, I would like to thank my daughter, Adriana Jackson, Hayden, and Frank Jackson, because without them, I wouldn't be the person I am now. And last but not least, my family back there in that corner. That's our support system. And I would like to just thank everyone that voted for me, the citizens of Spring Lake, and moving forward, we're going to make Spring Lake great again. Thank you.
Good evening. I want to thank first my children who were able to be here, Michael Cooper, Chanel Tyson, and Michelle Breeden. They're out of money because of it. I also want to thank my family, which is extensive, especially my uncle, Representative Marvin Lucas, who has been my he's helped me along this journey. It's not been easy, and I give honor to everyone who has ever stepped up to run for office or held office, because as he stated earlier, this is not an easy job, and it's an everyday job. So I want to thank the people of Spring Lake who believed in me and believed that I deserved more time in office. And I promise you, I won't let you down. I will continue to work hard every day to make Spring Lake better. So thank you so much.
I want to thank, sorry about that. I want to thank everybody that's here tonight. Also, everybody that's standing over there that thought this was important enough to be here. Thank you for being here, and the town employees. I want to thank my wife, Allison, who is carrying our daughter right now. That's why we couldn't make it up here this morning. She loves Spring Lake just as much as I do, and she has not told me to shut up one time when I'm talking about this town, so she's got our support. My son Levi, who's sharing his dad with this town now. My mother-in-law Cindy as well. My family that's here today, I know my grandmother and my aunt are here in the back. My pastor, Brock Chavis, is here. My United family, who has continued to support me. My best friends, of course. Those who voted for me. Representative Lucas, my neighbor, who has been nothing but an open ear and a sounding board, and I appreciate his help. Certain citizens in the town, Stan McQueen, thank you for your help. Thank you for getting the word out, and thank you for driving me around like I was your son to knock on doors and meet some people. Jerry Watkins, thank you for your help, buddy. Appreciate that. And James Christian, who isn't here tonight, I don't believe. Marvin and Jolene Blackman, you guys have been good friends that I've been able to connect with, and I appreciate you guys. And Sonia Cooper, who is, I'm going to continue to rely on for her expertise. Thank you guys. And I'm sorry, God, who is the director of my life. Talks after this.
I first want to start by saying I thank God, who is my Lord and Savior, who's first in everything. Yes. Before I even started this journey, I sought Him. And I believe in Jeremiah 29:11. I want to start by thanking my family, especially my aunts and uncles that drove from Jacksonville 2 hours away, supporting me right from home. I want to thank my Anderson Creek Church family. I want to thank my, it's just so many people think, but I want to thank my Howard Hall family, especially Miss Erica Fitter McAdoo, who always believed in me, built me up from day one, never thought any less of me, and believed in me. So thank you, Miss McAdoo. I want to thank my other ministry. I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words, so I'm just throwing out everybody being here. But I want to thank Pastor and Dr. Walker for supporting me in this endeavor, Ms. Darlene. I want to thank my people who work with me tirelessly while we canvass the streets, Crystal and Michelle and Miss Maxine and Kristen and the other Crystals, just so many. But guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for allowing me to be the change that you can trust. And as I start this endeavor, just know that I will stand with you, I will fight with you, and guys, we're going to do this together. We will move Spring Lake in a more positive direction, and together we can. Thank you. Oh, my baby, I love you. My baby, thank you, and I love you.
So I had a wonderful speech prepared, but I guess it's not meant for me to speak from notes. It's meant for me to speak from the heart. So thank you to each and every one of you for coming out. I'd like tonight to take to honor the Kirkland County delegation and the other elected officials here from the state and county. Thank you to our town manager and the staff of Spring Lake for putting this together. We really appreciate each and every one of you. I am honored and humbled that the citizens of Spring Lake chose me to be the mayor of this great town. I genuinely thank you for this incredible opportunity to serve my community. There's no doubt that we have a long road ahead of us. But we, as a team, will work diligently to learn from the mistakes of the past, to capitalize on the opportunities of the present, and to make sure that we are creating sustainable, workable solutions for the future. We want to move Spring Lake forward farther than it's ever gone before, and together we will do that. I live by the African proverb, and if you know me, you know I say it constantly. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
And there's been so many people who stood by my side throughout this journey that I have to acknowledge tonight. First, I'd like to thank my parents who traveled all the way from Michigan, and my family who traveled from Michigan and Atlanta to be here with us tonight. Without the examples of my parents, there's no way I'd be here where I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to thank my campaign team. They are the Adventure Squad. They are absolute rock stars. And when I say all we do is win, we win. Starting with my campaign manager, Ms. Laura Harden. She held me accountable. She put my feet to the fire. She pushed me in ways that I never thought possible, and I've grown tremendously, not by just her expertise, but by watching her move as a woman of power. Thank you, Laura. You know. I can't talk about her life, it gets me choked up. To my rock, since I was born, my sister, Tiffany Anthony, who was also my campaign president. We are like twins. We're only 11 months apart. When I tell you, anytime I do anything, I drag my sister along with me, and she's so willing to go. She's in North Carolina right now because she was helping her sister out as I deployed to Afghanistan. So thank you, sister. I love you so much. Okay, and so Mr. P, he was absolute rock star. There's several names, so I'm going to go through these kind of quickly. Mr. P, Jermaine Morfley, Andrew Porter, Mandisa Autry, Tanya Fairley, Christian Graves, Selma Marshall, Corinne Keys, Stan McCoon, Jerry Watkins, Nate Finch, Carlton and Carolyn Williams, John and just said a prayer. I thank each and every one of you. It is our pledge to do our absolute best by Spring Lake. We will continue to work together. We know already we're a unit, and we will continue to operate as such to do our best to represent you and meet your needs as your Board of Aldermen. Thank you all so very much. I'm sorry. The one person that I should have acknowledged first. My heart and soul. The reason why I do every single thing I do is so that I can be an example. Kids, do as you do, not as you say. And so I want to live my life so that I can show my child that anything is possible. I love you so much, little girl. That's my princess. I forgot to mention my siblings.
because I don't want to be on punishment with them. So my siblings that are sitting in the back, my Aunt Laura and my Uncle Razor, and anybody that I miss, I love you guys. I'm so sorry I missed you, but everybody.
So we will now have comments from our
Here we are again. You know, this past session, I can finally say that it's passed temporarily. We adjourned Friday. Senator McGinnis knows that we may come back. Senator Graham knows we may come back. Certainly Senator Debbie here knows that we'll go back. The delegation worked so cohesively together this time that we were able to initiate a perfect storm that resulted in great benefits for Cumberland County. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the recipients, the residue, if you want to call it that, the fallout from the many, many sessions that we held. Long session, all the way to Friday of last week. As long as when we had up in Moore County, Senator McGinnis is very familiar with that and very instrumental in helping accomplish that. About $9.4 million. That dam up at Wood Lake, when it breached a few years ago, caused damage all the way downstream. You know, we had floods in Spring Lake, we had floods in Fayetteville. All the result of that dam being breached. That dam's going to be fixed now because of the efforts of your delegation and your peripheral delegation. $9.4 million is nothing to sneeze about. Now, specifically very quickly, part of what we got from Cumberland County, and Senator Debbie is going to share with you the total amount we got, but we got really 2.5, it's 2.2, King? $2.2 million to fully implement the Martin Luther King Park. We got $250,000 to restore the original E.E. Smith High School, now known as Holmes Street School. We got $400,000 to fix water lines here in Spring Lake. $110,000 to upgrade the Veterans Park right down the street. It's going to be $100,000 for the Parks and Recreation Department in Spring Lake. And there's going to be $250,000 to really resurrect the old Spring Lake Civic Center on Chapel Hill Road. So we're on the move, and there's a lot more coming. I'm going to allow Senator Debbie to share the rest of what we got. Oh, let me just mention real briefly about your university before he comes. Quite a bit for Fayetteville State University. There's going to be a new education building to about $30 million. There's going to be new dorms over about $30 million. There's going to be $10 million for a new parking deck. 450 vehicles to be parked there. So we're on the move. And the final culminating experience is going to be $500 tuition for students. students who desire to go to
Thank you, Representative Lucas. I love how he says, I've been doing this a long time. He comes up here with no notes and rattles all that stuff off. So let me just capitalize this. Mayor, new alderman, town alderman, there's about $1 million coming from the state to turn this, to go in the direction on these bills. And that's important, along with the rebuilding of Wood Lake Dam. So across the county, Representative Lucas is right, and he's been working on this and laying the groundwork for a lot of this for many, many years. There's $412 million coming back to this county, and that's an investment back in this county. I will tell you that that's unheard of. It's never been done before. And this delegation was able to work together across party lines, didn't matter what community. Look, I don't represent Spring Lake, but I went and fought for every bit of this $1 million in the Senate that we needed, along with Senator Ben Clark and Senator McInnes as well. And I'll tell you that we just focused on what was right for this community and what was long overdue for this community in so many aspects. And look, it's not just about a bunch of projects and things coming out of the ground, which are important. It's about the infrastructure. It's about public safety. It's about investing in our health care, investing $187 million along the Murchison Road corridor. That comes right into Spring Lake, y'all. $187 million in the Murchison Road corridor. This is a big deal. This is, as I said earlier, this is transformational for our community. And I look around, and sir, I see you with that Vietnam veterans hat on. I'm sure there's many other veterans in this room as well, as I'm one myself. One of the biggest things that I'm the proudest of that we did in this budget is we put back in place state exempt tax for your military retirement plan. That's history because I know this is a military community. You're right in the footsteps of Fort Bragg. So there's a lot that's going to happen over the next, several years. Again, this is transformational money. And so, Mayor, I hope that it kicks you off in the right direction. And hopefully your attorney will make sure that it is taken care of the right way. And they'll be as well. Thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes. Representative Lucas, I'll let you close down.
I think they've heard enough from me, so I'm just going to be real brief. Brevity is considered to be so witty, and I'm the wittiest person in. So thank you, Mayor, for allowing me to share a bit, and since Debbie here, to share a bit about the accomplishments in the state. Again, this is the best we've ever done. I don't know if we can duplicate it, but we'll try to replicate it.
Before we move on, I would like to acknowledge all of the elected officials in the room. If you could please stand and be acknowledged. We are on to item 12, new business. For to determine the meeting schedule for December 27, 2021, regular meeting. Melissa?
Good evening, Mayor and Board of Aldermen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They can hear me. I bring forth to you tonight to ask to provide the board an opportunity to determine if they wish a regular board meeting scheduled December 27, 2021. You have three options. You could hold the December 27, 2021 board meeting as scheduled, or you could cancel December 27, 2020 regular meeting, or you could reschedule the meeting to another evening.
I make a motion we cancel the December 27, 2021 regular meeting due to Christmas.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor, by the side of aye? Aye. That's unanimous. been passed for the cancellation of the December 27th, 2021 regular meeting in lieu of Christmas. So, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Motion's been moved and properly second. Is there any discussion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor? Aye. This meeting is now adjourned. Please stand for refreshments and